Hello, Todd Conitzer with Infinity Roofing and Siding. I wanted to take a minute and shoot a quick video regarding the hailstorm that recently came through the St. Louis area. And that is the top 3 things you should really look for when a contractor is knocking on your door and asking you to do the work for you to fix the roof, the siding, the gutters, windows, whatever that may be. These top three things, if you stay in this parameter and you pay attention to these, I think you'll be in great shape. Number 1, money. If a contractor is asking for money up front or for you to pay your deductible up front or asking for deposits up front, generally that's usually a little red flag. Usually shows a sign of not having a ton of cash flow. They're using it to go and run out and pay other, basically other supplies for other things. If it is a strong company, they're generally going to have a large credit with whatever the siding or roofing supplier that's going to be in that area. So here's the deal, is let's say that you have a contractor like Infinity Roofing and Siding. We knock on the door, we go through the process. Basically, from the time you go through the paperwork, we ask for actually no money up front at all until the roof or the siding or whatever that's going to be is completely finished. And we're standing in the yard looking up at the project and saying, is everything okay? Are you satisfied with everything? At that point, you pay your deductible. We go through all the insurance paperwork and go from there. So that's something that you should really look for when you're looking for a contractor. Not saying that Infinity Roofing and Siding is the only contractor that does that, but it is something to really pay attention to when you're talking to other contractors. Number 2, mechanics lien releases. Okay, let's walk through this scenario. Here's the deal, is you hired a roofing contractor, they dropped off all the stuff, they might be from another state, they might be local, it really doesn't matter. They go ahead, they roof the whole thing, they get done, you pay them, they're gone. Okay. Sometimes in this scenario, what happens is if you don't have a mechanics lien release, the supplier that actually supplied all the roofing materials or the siding or so on and so forth, basically that contractor, if they didn't pay that bill and they skipped town, they're going to come to you. They're going to come to the property and they're actually going to knock on the door or send you a letter saying, hey, you owe us for this material, or we're going to put a lien on your house. So it's very important that at the end of the project you are given a mechanics lien release. Basically that contract's paid all their bills and they are in good standing with continuing that supplier relationship. So you are not caught in the loop when that whole project is finished. You know that you can sleep at night and know that your house is going to be fine. Number 3, and this is probably the biggest one that a lot of people really are not sure of, and that is insurance. Okay, most contractors, when they come to the door, they're going to say, oh yeah, we're insured. They're going to pull out a piece of paper and they're going to show you a liability insurance. Liability insurance works great if they break something on your property or drop some shingles on your air conditioner and they got to fix it, so on forth, that kind of scenario. Number 2, though, is probably the most important, that's work comp. See, work comp, if you have a worker working on your roof and they slide down on some loose shingles and they hit the ground and they bust their legs, what's going to happen if that contractor doesn't have work comp? Well, that worker is going to have to come back after somebody to pay those hospital bills. You are on the hook. So the fact is that you have to make sure that the contractor that you hired has work comp and liability insurance. It's very important that you look at both of those policies. And I would request to see them and maybe have a copy of that in file before the work is even started. Those are the top 3 things that you really need to look for when you're dealing with companies that are knocking on your door. There's a lot of great companies out there. You just have to be able to have a little bit of knowledge to arm yourself to make an educated decision. We at Infinity Roofing, we meet all that criteria and then some. I could go on and on, but for the purpose of this video, really arm yourself with those 3 things. And if you are looking for a good quality company to take care of your storm damage needs, myself or a member of my team would love to help you out. Again, that's Infinity Roofing and Siding. You can text the word roof to 99000 and it will send you a text back, and basically we can call you back within an appropriate amount of time to try to set up a time to come out and look at your property. But other than that, if we can't get to you, take heed, listen to those 3 things, and hopefully you'll have a pleasant experience even though you've got to go through all the trouble of going through a hailstorm. So have a blessed day, and hopefully that information helped.